Listen, this is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now, your future is not waiting for you. It is watching you, watching what you do, when it's hard, when you're tired, when you don't feel like it. Because that's what defines you, not your words, not your dreams. Your actions, God gave you this day, not by accident, not by chance, on purpose, and what you do with it is your responsibility. You keep asking for a better life, a stronger mindset, more success, more peace. But let me ask you something. What are you doing today to earn it? Because faith without action is just hope. And hope alone does not build a future. Action does, discipline does, consistency does. God will guide you, but he will not carry you. You have to move, you have to move, you have to act. You have to show him you're ready, ready for more. Ready for growth, ready for the life you keep praying for. But right now, your actions don't match your prayers. You say you want change, but you stay the same. You say you want success, but you avoid the work. You say you trust God, but you don't trust the process. Listen carefully. God's plan requires participation. You don't sit and wait. You stand and work. You don't delay. You decide. You don't doubt. You move with faith. Because every day is a test of your discipline, a test of your focus, a test of your commitment. And today you're being tested. Will you wake up and waste time or wake up with purpose? Will you scroll for hours or build something that matters? Will you make excuses or make progress? That choice is shaping your future right now. Every small decision is building something, either the life you want or the life you fear. There is no in between. You are either moving forward or falling behind, and time does not wait. So stop acting like you have forever. You don't. You have today. That's your power. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. And what you do today creates momentum. Momentum builds habits. Habits build character. Character builds destiny. That's how it works. I.e., not magic, not luck, discipline. Doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Waking up early when your body says sleep. Working hard when your mind says quit. Staying focused when distractions are everywhere. That's discipline. And discipline is how you honor the life God gave you, because wasting your time is wasting your gift. And you were not created to waste your gift. You were created to grow, to build, to rise. But growth requires effort. It requires sacrifice. It requires consistency. And most people fail there. They want results without responsibility. They want success without struggle. They want change without effort. But that's not how life works. And that's not how God works. And that's not how God works. He rewards effort. He blesses discipline. He opens doors for those who prepare. Today, not later, right now. Because opportunity does not wait for you to be ready. It shows up and you either take it or miss it. And if you keep missing it, that's on you. Not your past, not your situation. Not other people. You. So take responsibility. Take control. Take action. Even if it's small, because small actions done consistently create big results. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Start messy. Start tired. Start unsure. But start. Because excuses are lies you tell yourself to stay comfortable. I'm tired. We'll start tomorrow. I don't have time. No, you have time. You just don't have priorities. Because when something matters, you make time. You find a way, not an excuse. You find a way, not an excuse. So stop lying to yourself. Be real. You know what you need to do. You just don't want to do it. But that's exactly why you must do it. Because everything you want is on the other side of what you're avoiding. Discipline, focus, consistency. That's the path. There is no shortcut, no easy way, no magic formula, just work. And let me tell you something deeper. You are in a battle, not with the world, with yourself, your old habits, your old mindset, your old comfort. And every day you either win that battle or you lose. When you wake up and choose discipline, you win. When you choose distraction, you lose. When you push through resistance, you win. When you quit, you lose. And those small wins, they build momentum. Momentum builds confidence, builds belief. And belief builds unstoppable energy. That's how it grows. But it starts small. One decision, one action, one moment where you choose better. That's all it takes. But you have to repeat it again and again and again and again until it becomes who you are. Now listen, there will be resistance. Your mind will fight you. Take it easy. Skip today. You deserve a break, and sometimes you do need rest. But most of the time, that's not rest. That's avoidance. And you know the difference. So be honest with yourself. Are you resting or running? Because running will keep you stuck, but discipline will set you free. Free from excuses, free from weakness, free from weakness, free from regret. That's the goal, not just success, freedom. The freedom to control your life, your habits, your future. And that only comes through discipline. Now let's talk about focus, because without focus, nothing works. You can have motivation, you can have goals, but if you're distracted, you lose. No. And today, distraction is everywhere. Your phone, notifications, social media, constant noise. And if you don't control it, it will control you. It will steal your time, steal your attention, steal your future. So cut it, limit it, remove it. Do what you have to do to stay focused, because focus is power. Where your attention goes, your results follow. So put your attention on what matters. Your goals, your work, your growth, every single day, no matter what. And yes, it will feel boring sometimes. Yes, it will feel repetitive. Yes, it will feel slow, but that's the process. That's how success is built. Not in excitement, in repetition. In repetition, doing the same thing at a high level over time. That's mastery. And mastery takes patience, which most people don't have. They want fast results, quick success, instant change, but real change. It takes time, and you have to respect that. You have to trust the process, even when it's slow, because slow progress is still progress. And progress is everything, so keep moving. Even if it's small, even if it's slow, just don't stop. Because the moment you stop, you lose momentum. And starting again is always harder. So stay consistent, stay locked in. Stay disciplined, because your future depends on it, not sometimes, every single day. And remember this, you don't need to feel ready. You just need to move, because movement creates momentum. Momentum creates results, and results change everything. So don't wait. Act right now. Do something, anything that moves you forward, because every action counts. Every step matters. Every day builds your future, and your future is too important to waste. So lock in. No more distractions. No more excuses. No more excuses. No more delays. You focus, you work, you execute, because this time you're not playing. This time you're serious. And when you stay consistent, when you stay disciplined, when you stay focused, nothing can stop you. Not doubt, not fear, not failure. Because you become stronger than all of it. And that's when everything changes. So take control, take action, take your life seriously. Because your future's created by what you do today, not tomorrow, today. Listen, now we enter the level where excuses die. Because at this stage, you already know what to do. You've heard the truth, you've felt the pressure, you've seen your potential. So what's left? Execution. Relentless execution. Not when you feel like it, not when it's easy. Every single day. Because this is where people separate. Not at the beginning, not when it's exciting, but here, when it becomes repetitive, when it becomes hard, when it becomes uncomfortable. That's where most people stop. They say, I need a break. Start again later. It's too much. It's too much. And just like that, they go back to comfort, back to distractions, back to average. Not because they failed, but because they quit. Understand this clearly, quitting is a decision. So is winning. Every day, you choose. You choose discipline or distraction. Fade it. You choose focus or excuses. You choose growth or comfort. And those choices create your life. Not your intentions, not your plans, your choices. So if your life is not where you want it to be, look at your choices. Be honest. Well, because honesty is where change begins. You cannot fix what you refuse to face. And some of you are still avoiding the truth. You know you're wasting time. You know you're not consistent. You know you're holding back. But instead of fixing it, you ignore it. No more. That ends now. From this moment forward, you face it. You take responsibility. Not blame, not excuses. Responsibility. Because responsibility is power. When you take responsibility, you take control. And when you take control, you can change everything. So stop pointing fingers at your past, at your situation, at other people. None of that matters now. What matters is what you do next. right now. This moment, because this moment is where your future is decided, not later, not someday, now. So what are you going to do? Stay the same or step up? Because stepping up requires sacrifice. And let's be real, most people are not willing to sacrifice. They want results without giving anything up. They want success without losing comfort. They want growth without pain. But that's not how it works. You have to give something up. Your time, your comfort, your distractions, sometimes even people. Because not everyone is meant to go where you're going. And holding onto the wrong people will hold you back. So choose wisely. Choose growth, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's lonely. Because the path to greatness is not crowded. So few people are willing to walk it. Few people are willing to stay disciplined. Few people are willing to suffer now, to win later. Be one of them. Now listen carefully, because this is important. You are not just building a result. You are building a mindset. A mindset that doesn't break. A mindset that doesn't quit. A mindset that keeps going no matter what. That's what makes you unstoppable. Not talent, not luck, mindset. And mindset is built through struggle, through pushing past limits, through facing discomfort, through doing hard things daily. That's how you train your mind, not by thinking, by doing. Action builds strength. Action builds confidence. Action builds belief. And the more you act, the stronger you become. So act, even when you don't feel ready. Even when you're scared, even when you're unsure, because waiting will only make it harder. Now let's talk about failure, because you will fail. Not once, not twice, multiple times. And that's okay. Failure is not the enemy. Quitting is. Failure teaches you, failure strengthens you, failure prepares you. But quitting ends everything. So don't fear failure. Learn from it, grow from it, use it. Because every failure brings you closer to success. If you keep going, that's the key. Keep going, no matter what. No matter how many times you fall, you get back up. No matter how hard it gets, you push forward. No matter how slow it feels, you stay consistent. Because consistency wins. Always. Now understand this. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. Perfection slows you down. Persistence moves you forward. So stop trying to be perfect. Start trying to be consistent. That's what matters. Showing up, doing the work, staying focused. Every single day. That's how you build something real. Now imagine this 1 year from now. Where will you be? Same place? Same habits? Same excuses? Or different? Stronger? Focus? Winning? That future is being created right now with what you do today. So choose wisely. Because time does not care, it keeps moving. And every day you waste is a day you lose. So stop wasting it. Start using it. Start building. Because your life is in your hands, not your circumstances, not your past, your actions. And your actions start now. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more delays. You lock in, you focus, you execute, because this time you're not stopping, this time you're finishing. Listen, now we step into the truth most people avoid. This is where it stops being inspiring and starts being real. Because the reality is your life is a reflection of what you've been doing, not what you say, not what you want, what you do daily. And if you're not where you want to be, you have to face that. No excuses, no blaming, no distractions, just truth. Because truth is the only thing that can change you. And here's the truth. You've been inconsistent. You've been distracted. You've been choosing comfort over discipline. And it's costing you every day, slowly, silently. It's costing you your future. And the worst part, you know it. You feel it. That pressure in your chest, that voice in your head, telling you you're capable of more. But instead of rising, you delay. You wait for the right moment, for the right mood, for the right time. But that moment, it doesn't exist. Because success does not come from perfect timing. It comes from action, imperfect, uncomfortable action, taken today, not later, today. And let me tell you something deeper. You are not tired. You are distracted. Because when something truly matters, you find the energy. You push through. You show up. So if you're not showing up, it's not because you can't. It's because you're choosing not to. And that choice is shaping your life. Right now, every time you scroll instead of work, you fall behind. Every time you delay instead of act, you lose momentum. Every time you quit instead of push, you weaken yourself. And over time, those small losses become a big regret. That's how it happens, not in one moment, but in many small moments where you chose easy instead of necessary. And now, it's time to flip that. From this moment forward, you choose necessary. Even when it's hard, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when it's uncomfortable. Because necessary builds your future. Comfort destroys it. Now listen carefully. You need standards, not goals. Goals are temporary. Standards are permanent. A goal says, I want to succeed. A standard says, I don't quit. A goal says, I want to be disciplined. A standard says, I work every day no matter what. That's the difference. And that's what you need now. Standards that don't change based on your mood. Standards that don't break when things get hard. Standards that define you. Because when your standards are strong, your actions follow automatically. No hesitation, no negotiation. You just do what needs to be done. That's power. And that's what separates winners. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on standards. So build yours. Right now, you don't miss my work. I don't waste my time. Excuses. I don't go backwards. Simple, but powerful. Simple, but powerful. And once you decide that, you stick to it, no matter what. Now let's talk about pressure, because pressure is coming. It always does. Life will test you. It will challenge you. It will push you. It will try to break you. And if you're not ready, you will fall. But if you build yourself, if you train your mind, if you strengthen your discipline, you don't break. You rise. That's the difference. So don't run from pressure. Prepare for it. Train for it. Embrace it. Because pressure reveals who you really are. And you want to be someone who performs under pressure, not someone who collapses. So start now. Put yourself in hard situations. Do things that challenge you. Push beyond your limits every single day. Because the more you do that, the stronger you become. And strength is what you need. Not comfort, not ease. Strength. Because strength allows you to keep going. Even when everything says stop. Now understand this. Nobody is coming to fix your life. No one is going to do the work for you. No one is going to save you. It's on you, completely. And that's not pressure. That's power. Because if it's on you, you can change it. You can improve. You can grow. You can win. But only if you act. Only if you take responsibility. Only if you stop waiting. Because waiting is the enemy. Waiting keeps you stuck. Waiting keeps you average. Waiting keeps you exactly where you are. And you don't want that anymore. So move. Even if it's small, even if it's slow, just move, because movement creates progress, and progress builds momentum. And momentum changes everything. That's how it works, step by step, day by day. No shortcuts, no magic, just work, consistent work. And over time, that work compounds. It builds something powerful, a stronger you, a more focused you, a more disciplined you. And once you become that person, everything else follows. Success. Results, confidence, all come from who you become. So focus on that, not just what you want, but who you need to be. Because if you become the right person, you get the right results, automatically. That's the process. And you have to trust it, even when it's slow, even when it's hard, even when it feels like nothing is happening, something is happening. You're building yourself. And that matters more than anything. Because once you build yourself, nothing can stop you. Not failure, not doubt, not fear, because you're stronger than all of it. So stop playing small, stop wasting time, stop holding back. You have potential. But potential means nothing without action. So act right now. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more delays. You decide, you commit, you execute, you commit, you execute. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow, today. And this time, you don't stop. Listen, this is the level where there is no going back. Now you see clearly. You see your habits. You see your distractions. You see your potential. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So now, you either rise or you stay the same on purpose. There is no ignorance anymore. Only choice. And choice is power. Because every choice you make today is writing your future. Not later, right now, in real time. So ask yourself, what am I writing? A story of discipline or a story of excuses? A story of growth or a story of comfort, because both are being written with your actions daily. Now understand this. You don't drift into success. You don't accidentally become great. You build it with intention, with focus, with discipline, and most importantly, with sacrifice, because something has to be given up. You can't have everything. You can't keep your distractions and build your future. You can't keep your comfort and expect growth. You can't stay the same and expect change. So decide. What are you willing to sacrifice? Your time, your comfort, your bad habits? Because if you're not willing to give something up, you're not ready to go up. That's the truth. And most people avoid that truth. They want more, but they don't want to give more. They want success, but they don't want discipline. They want results, but they don't want consistency. And that's why they stay stuck. Not because they can't grow, but because they won't change. But you're different now. Even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, just act. Because action is what builds your future. Not thinking, not planning, action. Every single day, no excuses, no delays, no quitting. Because this time you're not stopping. This time you're finishing. Reset your standards, restart your intensity, refocus your life, and this time you win. Listen, this is the moment, not later, not someday, right now. Everything you've heard means nothing if you don't act, because your future is not waiting for you, it's watching you. Watching what you do with this moment. You can go back to comfort, to excuses, to the same routine, or you can step forward into discipline, into focus, into growth. No one is forcing you. This is your choice. Right here, right now, and that's power. And that's power. Because one decision can change everything. A decision to stop wasting time. A decision to stop making excuses. A decision to take control. No matter how hard it gets, you don't quit. No matter how slow it feels, you don't stop. No matter how many times you fall, you rise again. Because that's who you are now. Focused, disciplined, unstoppable. And one day you'll look back at this moment and realize this was the turning point. Not when it was easy, but when you decided. So decide. Reset your mind, restart your habits, refocus your life. And this time, don't look back. Win.